What's the one thing that prospective BMW buyers are always asking for? Well, it's more horsepower. So they should be pretty happy with this new BMW 340i for 2016. Right here is where the magic happens. This is the twin power turbo engine. It's the newest from BMW. And it is a 3-liter inline 6 that puts out 320 horsepower. Now you might think, that's a lot of power and that's a lot of cylinders. It must get awful gas mileage, right? You'd be wrong. 33 miles to the gallon on the freeway. That's nuts. Those Germans, pretty smart guys. Because this is a 3 Series, the back seat isn't the biggest. But you know what? It's actually very reasonable for a full-size adult. My head rubs a little bit, but it's not too bad. I also get heated seats. Oh, and this is cool. You get double sunshades, which is pretty neat. There's also an automatic one for the back, which the driver can control. The trunk is also pretty smart. We got lots of little cubbies, one on the side, and a net to tie down extra stuff. Beneath that, even more storage space. Now you might be asking, where's the spare tire? There isn't one. If you get stranded, you're a BMW driver. Just call roadside service like everybody else. Once inside the 340i, the biggest question is, where do I begin? There's so much inside this vehicle. I guess we'll start with the on button. Oh, that sounds good. So you will notice that the start button actually has 2 buttons. One is your traditional start-stop. The one above it disables the city start-stop function. What that does is it cuts down on emissions when you're constantly starting and stopping at stoplights. When I put my foot on the brake, it'll automatically shut off if the little capacitor batteries are fully charged. It's not going to do it right now because I just started the car and it's still warming up. I love how this gauge cluster is a mix of old and new. On the right, we have a tach. On the left, we have a speedo. Those are traditional dials, fine. Beneath that is a digital display that gives me all sorts of information, such as if my doors are open, the current temperature. Up on top between the 2 main gauges is the connected drive system. Those are done in kind of an 80s future retro style that I think is really cool, and it really tells me what I need to know. So what is connected drive? It's BMW's advanced active safety system. What it does is has a whole suite of features which are kind of an a la carte price option. This one here has all the options. It has lane detection, it has adaptive cruise control, it has collision mitigation, it has blind spot monitoring, and it does it in a way that is just really cool. I love that display. Of course, this is a BMW, so you can disable all of that automated stuff if you really want, and then you can have fun with the buttons down here. First off, traction control. I can turn it off with a touch of a button. Moving on down, we have multiple driver modes. Everything from the laziest, which is Eco Pro, and that's how you can eke out that maximum 33 miles to the gallon on the freeway, 22 around town. Bump it up, we get comfort. Moving on up, we have the more aggressive Sport. And to top it off, we got Sport Plus. Everything else in here is going to be very familiar to BMW drivers. We have the iDrive system, which is navigation, which is, you know, it takes a little while to get used to, but the thought is that if you own the vehicle, you'll learn it. It's not quite as intuitive as some other systems, but it does have a ton of features. The 340i is equipped with BMW's 8-speed automatic transmission. It uses their little joystick to control, which again, like many other BMW things, takes a while to get used to. However, if you own the vehicle, you'll get used to it pretty quickly. Going in reverse also activates the rear safety camera and the parking sensors, which give you a very clear indication of what's around your vehicle. Very important stuff there. Of course, all of this awesomeness doesn't come cheap. A standard 340i with no options runs about $45,000. This one is, of course, fully loaded, and you're looking at $61,420, including destination. So is it worth it? Let's find out.
There's a reason that BMWs are so popular with driving enthusiasts. It's because nobody sets up handling like the Germans. Whether you've set the dynamic control system to Eco Pro, Comfort, or Sport, the new 340i can provide an appropriate driving experience without compromise. The vehicle we're driving today features the $2,600 BMW M Sport option. This adds sport seats, special headlights, M Sport suspension, M steering wheel, and a number of extra aero components. It also has an upgraded 19-inch wheel package, which adds yet another $900. This is a striking combination and it looks fantastic. And when set with the most aggressive Sport Plus mode, it will make any driver feel like they have superpowers. Believe it or not, this isn't the most extreme 340i. Corner carving connoisseurs can go one step further with the track handling package that adds variable sport steering, M Sport brakes, and the extra fancy adaptive M suspension. But at that point, you're so close to the $63,500 starting price of an M3, you have to seriously consider your priorities. Do you want a 3 Series loaded with the latest in comfort, safety, and driving technology? Or do you want a pure performance machine? If performance is secondary, this 340i still holds all the aces. It's loaded with advanced safety technologies, is strikingly economical for this level of performance, and though iDrive can sometimes be befuddling, it does allow you to modify almost every aspect of your vehicle. For more information on the 2016 BMW lineup, visit AutoNation.com today. I'm your host, Ryan Douthit. Thanks for watching.